At the core of every successful individual is an unshakable commitment to keeping promises, not to others, but to themselves. While the act of keeping promises to others is often emphasized, the promises we make to ourselves are the true test of our character and integrity. When you commit to something, whether it's a fitness goal, a professional target, or a personal growth milestone, your ability to honor that commitment has a profound impact on your future. These promises shape your mindset, influence your behavior, and ultimately determine the course of your life. Self-promises are the cornerstone of personal integrity. They reflect your ability to be accountable to yourself, regardless of external influences or challenges. In a world full of distractions and competing priorities, keeping promises to yourself isn't always easy, but it's essential for creating lasting change and building a future you can be proud of. The importance of keeping self-promises extends beyond mere achievement. It's about cultivating trust, confidence, and consistency in your daily actions. When you maintain this level of personal integrity, you start to notice a ripple effect that influences not only your goals, but also your relationships, career, and overall well-being. Over time, these small yet significant commitments accumulate, transforming your life in ways you may not even anticipate. This article will explore how the act of keeping promises to yourself can shape your future. It will dive into the psychological benefits of self-promises, their impact on long-term success, and how they create a ripple effect that strengthens mental resilience and fosters personal growth. Whether you're looking to break free from procrastination, achieve your goals, or build a future based on consistency and authenticity, this article will guide you through the power of self-promise and how it can lead you to a more fulfilling and successful life. The foundation of a successful and fulfilling life is built upon a series of commitments, most importantly, the promises you make to yourself. While keeping promises to others is crucial for building relationships, the promises you make to yourself hold even more power. Self-promises are often the most overlooked aspect of goal setting and personal development, yet they form the bedrock for lasting success. When you consistently keep promises to yourself, you build an internal sense of integrity, trust, and accountability that extends far beyond the immediate benefits of achieving a single goal. When you promise yourself to make positive changes, whether it's adopting a healthier lifestyle or learning a new skill, those promises set the stage for growth and progress. The act of keeping promises to yourself builds a pattern of consistency, which is essential for creating lasting change. Every time you honor your word, you strengthen your belief in your own ability to succeed, which in turn motivates you to keep pushing forward. This belief in your own capabilities becomes a driving force, pushing you to set bigger goals and take on new challenges. Personal integrity is at the heart of these self-promises. Integrity is about being true to your values and maintaining consistency in your actions. It's about being accountable to yourself, even when no one is watching. Integrity ensures that your decisions are aligned with your deepest desires and that you act in a way that is true to who you are. Without personal integrity, it becomes easy to break promises to yourself, giving in to distractions or giving up when things get tough. However, when you remain true to your word, you build an unshakable foundation for success. The power of keeping promises to yourself lies not only in achieving short-term goals, but also in shaping your long-term success. When you consistently honor your commitments, you develop the discipline, resilience, and confidence needed to face challenges and overcome setbacks. This pattern of success becomes a habit, and over time, it can lead to significant achievements in every area of your life, from your career to your relationships. By understanding the importance of self-promises and making a conscious effort to honor them, you take the first step toward building a life rooted in integrity and consistency. Whether your goals are big or small, the act of keeping promises to yourself ensures that your actions align with your values, creating a future that reflects your true potential. Self-promise is the practice of committing to actions, behaviors, and decisions that align with your values and goals, even when faced with challenges. Unlike external promises made to others, a self-promise is an internal commitment that speaks to your own values, aspirations, and sense of integrity. The act of making a self-promise goes beyond merely setting a goal. It's about choosing to honor your word to yourself and following through with consistency, regardless of external circumstances. Defining self-promise and personal integrity is essential for understanding their impact. Self-promise is a declaration that you make to yourself, outlining your intentions and what you plan to achieve. It's more than a vague wish or desire. It's a firm, resolute commitment to take action. Personal integrity, on the other hand, is the strength that allows you to stay true to these promises. It's the alignment of your values, beliefs, and actions, creating harmony between your intentions and behaviors. When you make a self-promise, integrity is what ensures you follow through with it. The psychological benefits of making and keeping promises to yourself are profound. First, it enhances self-esteem and self-worth. When you consistently follow through on commitments, you send a powerful message to your subconscious mind. I am reliable, I am capable, and I can be trusted. This, in turn, reinforces your belief in your ability to achieve your goals and overcome challenges. Keeping promises also promotes mental clarity and focus, as it helps eliminate distractions and internal conflicts. By adhering to the promises you make, you train your mind to prioritize actions that are in alignment with your long-term objectives. One of the most significant benefits of keeping promises to yourself is the building of self-trust. Self-trust is essential for making decisions and staying consistent in the pursuit of your goals. Without self-trust, it becomes difficult to stay disciplined and motivated, particularly when faced with obstacles or setbacks. The more you prove to yourself that you can keep your promises, the more confidence you gain in your ability to navigate difficult situations and stay on course. This builds a resilient mindset that can withstand the challenges that arise on the path to success. In addition to self-trust, keeping promises to yourself fosters accountability. When you honor your word, you take ownership of your actions and decisions. This sense of personal responsibility creates a sense of empowerment as you realize that your success or failure is determined by your own choices. Rather than blaming external factors or circumstances, you accept that you have the power to shape your future through your actions. Ultimately, the power of self-promise lies in its ability to transform your behavior and mindset. By consistently making and keeping promises to yourself, you create a foundation of trust, accountability, and integrity that drives you toward success. The more you keep your word, the more you cultivate a mindset that is focused on achievement, growth, and personal development. Keeping promises to yourself creates a ripple effect that extends far beyond the initial commitment. Each time you follow through on a promise, it strengthens your belief in your own ability to achieve success. The power of this ripple effect is profound. It influences not only your behavior and mindset, but also the way others perceive you and the opportunities that come your way. Over time, these small promises compound, creating a legacy of reliability and success that can have a lasting impact on every area of your life. The ripple effect of consistent self-promise begins with behavior. When you consistently keep your promises, you develop habits that are aligned with your goals and values. This means that your day-to-day actions begin to reflect your long-term vision. For example, if you promise yourself to exercise daily and you consistently follow through, that promise becomes a habit that contributes to your overall health and well-being. The more you honor your commitments, the more these actions become automatic, forming a routine that propels you towards success. Moreover, the ripple effect also impacts your mindset. Keeping promises to yourself reinforces the belief that you are capable of achieving your goals. With each promise fulfilled, you build confidence in your ability to stay disciplined and focused. This positive reinforcement motivates you to set even more ambitious goals, creating a cycle of growth and progress. As your self-trust and self-confidence grow, so does your ability to take on new challenges and achieve greater success. The compounding effect of small promises over time cannot be underestimated. It's easy to dismiss a single promise, but when you add up all the promises you've made and kept, they create significant momentum. Just as a small snowball gathers speed and size as it rolls down a hill, small promises build on each other, leading to bigger achievements. For example, committing to read for 10 minutes a day may seem trivial, but over time it results in increased knowledge and personal growth. These small commitments accumulate and have a lasting impact on your personal and professional development. The legacy you create through keeping promises to yourself extends beyond just personal achievements. It also influences how others perceive you. People are drawn to those who are reliable, consistent, and follow through on their commitments. As you develop a reputation for keeping your word, both to yourself and to others, opportunities arise and your relationships become stronger. This creates a positive feedback loop where the more you honor your promises, the more others trust and respect you, further amplifying the ripple effect. In essence, the ripple effect of keeping promises to yourself is a force that shapes not only your immediate future, but your long-term success. Each promise fulfilled creates a wave of positive change that impacts your mindset, behaviors, and relationships, ultimately leading to a life of integrity, success, and fulfillment. One of the greatest barriers to achieving personal goals is the internal resistance we often face. This resistance can manifest as self-doubt, procrastination, fear of failure, or lack of motivation. However, keeping promises to yourself can be a powerful tool in overcoming these obstacles. Each time you honor a commitment, you build mental resilience and reinforce your belief in your ability to succeed. Self-doubt is a natural response to uncertainty or fear, but when you consistently follow through on your promises, you begin to silence the inner critic. Every promise you keep sends a message to your subconscious mind. I am capable of doing what I set out to do. This positive reinforcement strengthens your confidence and reduces the grip of doubt and fear. As your self-trust grows, so does your ability to take decisive action, even in the face of challenges. Keeping promises to yourself is one of the most powerful tools for personal transformation. It goes beyond simply fulfilling a commitment. It's a practice that shapes your future by reinforcing your values, strengthening your resilience, and enabling you to reach your potential. Whether it's setting small goals or aiming for long-term aspirations, keeping your promises helps you overcome procrastination, fear, and self-doubt. In this article, we'll explore how honoring your own word can lead to a brighter, more successful future. Procrastination is one of the biggest obstacles to achieving any goal, and it's often fueled by fear. Fear of failure, fear of success, or fear of the unknown. When we make promises to ourselves, whether it's to exercise regularly, start a project, or learn a new skill, the act of committing triggers a sense of responsibility. Keeping that promise, even when the initial motivation fades, directly confronts the procrastination cycle. By consistently keeping small promises, we create momentum that helps us push through the fear of starting. Imagine telling yourself that you'll spend 15 minutes writing each day, or that you'll dedicate an hour every evening to self-improvement. At first, this might feel like a small step, but over time, those small actions accumulate into significant progress. The fear of failure becomes less intimidating when you begin to see results, and procrastination loses its power as you gain confidence in your ability to keep promises. Breaking through procrastination isn't about large, overnight changes. It's about making small, consistent promises and honoring them. Over time, this creates a mindset shift where action becomes the default and fear takes a backseat to commitment. By honoring your word, you build resilience, mental toughness that keeps you moving forward despite challenges. You prove to yourself that you can be trusted, and in turn, you start trusting your ability to follow through. One of the most significant benefits of keeping promises is the strengthening of mental resilience. Mental resilience is the ability to cope with adversity, overcome challenges, and bounce back from setbacks. When you make a promise to yourself and keep it, you're essentially training your mind to be more adaptable and persistent. Each time you follow through, you develop a stronger mental foundation. Resilience isn't something you're born with, it's a skill you cultivate over time, and personal commitments play a crucial role in this process. Every promise you keep adds to your mental toughness, teaching you that setbacks are not the end, but merely obstacles to overcome. This mindset helps you stay focused on your goals and pushes you to keep going, even when things get tough. The more you honor your commitments, the more you prove to yourself that you can handle discomfort, delay gratification, and overcome adversity. This builds a positive feedback loop where resilience grows stronger, and you become increasingly capable of dealing with bigger challenges in the future. Many of the barriers to success are internal: self-doubt, negative self-talk, and limiting beliefs. When we fail to keep promises to ourselves, we reinforce these internal barriers. On the other hand, when we consistently keep our word, we begin to dismantle these barriers one promise at a time. By keeping promises to yourself, you begin to see that you are in control of your outcomes. With every promise kept, you strengthen your self-belief and the internal narrative that says you can achieve what you set your mind to. Slowly but surely, you break free from the internal chains that hold you back from reaching your potential. The more you achieve through your commitments, the more your sense of possibility expands and your confidence grows. When you choose to honor your word, you conquer self-doubt and negative thinking patterns, shifting your mindset from "I can't" to "I can." By taking consistent action toward your goals, you break through the internal resistance that holds you back, making success not just a possibility, but a reality. Setting and achieving goals requires more than just a wish. It demands commitment, hard work, and follow-through. This is where self-promises come into play. The act of making a promise to yourself is an explicit declaration that you are committed to achieving something. It's a powerful reminder that your goals matter and that you're willing to take the necessary steps to make them happen. Self-promises create accountability, not just to others, but to yourself. When you promise to take specific actions toward your goals, you're holding yourself responsible for the progress you make. This sense of accountability is a key driver of achievement because it prevents the distractions of everyday life from derailing your plans. However, it's crucial that these promises align with your larger long-term goals. If your promises are disconnected from what you truly want to achieve, they will lose their power. Therefore, setting promises that are specific, measurable, and meaningful is critical in making progress toward your ultimate vision. When your promises align with your long-term goals, they become powerful stepping stones on the path to success. The act of keeping promises to yourself is even more powerful when your promises are aligned with your long-term goals. Long-term goals are often big and seem unattainable at first, but breaking them down into smaller, manageable promises helps you make continuous progress. Each small promise you keep becomes a building block that contributes to your larger vision. Keeping promises to yourself is the most effective way to accelerate personal growth. The process of honoring your word involves learning discipline, overcoming obstacles, and cultivating self-respect. As you continue to follow through on commitments, you develop a mindset of growth and improvement. You become less likely to procrastinate and more likely to take consistent, meaningful action toward your long-term goals. When your promises are aligned with your bigger picture, the work you do today becomes part of a larger journey. The satisfaction that comes from meeting your daily promises fuels motivation and drives you forward. You see how each promise contributes to the bigger goal, which keeps you motivated to continue moving forward even when the going gets tough. Setting realistic promises is the key to making consistent progress. To ensure that your commitments are both achievable and impactful, break down your long-term goals into smaller, actionable promises. These promises should be specific, measurable, and timely. For example, if your long-term goal is to run a marathon, your promise could be to run 3 times a week for 30 minutes. This promise is small enough to be manageable but big enough to contribute to your overall goal. It's also a promise that you can consistently keep, which builds trust and integrity. Once you start keeping these smaller promises, the momentum will build. You'll gain confidence, and the process will feel less overwhelming. The key is to start small and gradually increase the level of commitment as you continue to follow through on your promises. The act of keeping promises to yourself not only shapes your present, but also lays the foundation for a stronger future. Integrity, the alignment of your actions with your values, creates a lasting impact. It strengthens relationships, builds trust in your personal and professional life, and boosts your reputation. People who keep their promises are seen as reliable, consistent, and trustworthy, qualities that help build a successful career and fulfilling relationships. In your career, integrity helps you earn respect and trust from colleagues, clients, and superiors. People value individuals who deliver on their promises, whether it's meeting deadlines, delivering quality work, or being reliable in times of need. Over time, this reputation for integrity can lead to better opportunities, career advancement, and personal fulfillment. In relationships, integrity plays a critical role in creating strong, lasting bonds. When you consistently honor your word, you build trust and create an environment where open communication and mutual respect can thrive. Relationships based on integrity are more resilient, and they foster growth for both parties involved. Whether in your personal or professional life, honoring your word is essential. It's easy to let small commitments slip by, but the consequences of failing to follow through are cumulative. In the long run, dishonoring your word erodes trust, not just with others, but with yourself. On the other hand, when you keep promises in all areas of life, whether they're personal, professional, or relational, you create a solid foundation of trust, respect, and consistency. A future rooted in consistency and authenticity is one where your actions align with your values. By keeping promises, you build a future where you are the person you aspire to be. Every promise you keep takes you one step closer to the future you want, and that future is built on the integrity of your actions today. In conclusion, keeping promises to yourself is a practice that shapes your future in profound ways. It helps you break through procrastination, conquer fear, and strengthen your mental resilience. By aligning your promises with your long-term goals, you create a roadmap for success that is built on consistency and authenticity. As you continue to honor your word, you build trust in yourself and others, creating a foundation for lasting success in both your career and relationships. The power of self-integrity cannot be overstated. It is the key to achieving your dreams and living a life of fulfillment. Self-integrity is not just about honoring commitments. It's about aligning your actions with your values and your true self. Keeping promises to yourself may seem like a simple task, but the impact it has on your life is profound. Every time you follow through on a commitment, you reinforce your identity as a person who can be relied upon, not just by others, but by yourself. This sense of self-trust is one of the most powerful things you can cultivate. When you consistently keep promises, you start to create a cycle of success and self-empowerment. It becomes easier to take on bigger challenges and pursue your goals with confidence because you have built a track record of reliability. The more you keep promises to yourself, the more you realize that your future is not shaped by luck or circumstance, but by the choices you make in the present. Each commitment you keep is a deliberate step toward a future you've consciously designed. In a world where external promises can often be broken, the one promise you can always count on is the one you make to yourself. It is a promise of growth, resilience, and authenticity. As you continue to honor your commitments, you'll notice the positive ripple effect on every area of your life, your career, relationships, health, and personal well-being. By embracing self-integrity, you are taking control of your destiny, shaping a future that reflects your values, goals, and aspirations. Now is the perfect time to start making promises to yourself that you can keep. Start small and focus on what matters most to you. Whether it's committing to a morning routine, exercising regularly, or dedicating time for personal growth, begin with promises that align with your values. As you honor these commitments, you will not only build trust in yourself, but also pave the way for achieving your bigger goals. The power to shape your future lies within you, and it starts with the promises you make today. Begin now. Your future self will thank you for it. By incorporating self-integrity into your daily life and making a commitment to yourself, you create a cycle of trust and personal growth that will guide you toward a future full of possibility. If you found this article valuable, don't forget to subscribe for more content that can help you achieve your goals and live with purpose. Keep your promises, build your integrity, and watch your future transform.